Hello everyone, it's Jackie here. So excited to share with you my very first design team project for G Kerr. And I wanted to show you the papers that I'm using and her kit. And you can find G on YouTube, G Kerr, Happiness in Crafting. And you can find her on a Facebook page, Happiness in Crafting, and so you can find her Etsy shop also by that name. So this is the kit I chose. It's the Pink Butterfly collection, and it's one of her kits that I have been looking at for quite some time, wanting to use it and see what I could do with it, and this fabulous opportunity came up, and once again, just to reiterate how honored and grateful I am to G and Andy for choosing me to be part of this team, because it's going to be so much fun. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at these beautiful pages. So this is the ephemera piece. Now these I have printed on ordinary copy paper. Throughout the project I'm working on, I have also printed them on one-sided photo mat paper and double-sided photo mat paper. And the colors are absolutely gorgeous. Some of my pages, I have a little spray bottle here with some coffee in it, and I sprayed some of those. I have an inkjet printer, Epson inkjet, and so I have to be a little bit careful what you put on for water, because it will make your colors run and smudge a little bit. And if that's the effect you're looking for, that's fabulous. Anyway, onward. So this is the page of ephemera. Love this. I also printed this 2 to a page, so I would get even smaller pieces for the project I'm working on, and you will be seeing what that is coming up and see why I wanted some smaller pieces. This page I definitely printed on the double-sided photo mat paper from Epson, because then I could print both sides, and it was a bit thicker, so it helped make the tags and the little elements here a little stronger. All right, now on to the beautiful pages. I love the pinks and the little bit of blues in there. Now this is the same page, only it's a little bit different with the coloring, which is really hard to see right here. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not the same page. Never mind me. I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm getting a little crazy. Look at, but how beautiful. You have this little writing part. If you wanted to pull this apart, tear it, and use it for different things. I mean, it's just got so many options. You've got this little corner up here, and it's, you know, if cut this into 4, you'd have 4 beautiful journal cards. There are some in this kit though. And here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3. Just beautiful, right? 4, 5. This is page 6. This is page 7, page 8, page 9, and then so there are 9 full pages you could use as you know, pages in a journal by just folding them, or you know, and then printing them back to back. Now there are 2 pages of journaling cards, and evidently I either did not print the other one or have misplaced it, because there's 4 on this page and then there are 4 on another page, and they are taken directly from the larger pages. I know there's one with that big butterfly on it, so there's lots and lots of things that you can do with this. So I have been wanting to make this project for quite some time. I had started one a long time ago, and didn't finish it. So I have bits and pieces that I have been working on. This is that photo mat paper, and the colors are just a little bit more vibrant maybe. you know, I don't know. I think they're beautiful either way. So that's that, and this was that single-sided. So let's look at what I've done so far. I have been working on this because things were kind of a secret. I found out last Monday that I had made this, that I had been invited to join this team, and we really couldn't say anything, and then she announced the team on Friday. So I've been working on this for a while. So this is what I've got so far. This is going to be a little file folder, fold out, journal-y kind of thing. So right now I have, I cut this piece, let me tell you what size it is, from a file folder. And it is, so it's 8 inches tall. So I cut it off the bottom. I saved these pieces so they would be part of the file folder. And then it is the full length file folder. So it's 8 by however much a file folder is when you just have it completely out. And I cut it at 8 because I wanted it to fit in my journal, in a journal nicely. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see everything here. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've covered the front piece, and I have done a little work here on the flap here. Move you over a little bit. This is not done, it's still a work in progress. Here I made a little pocket, and I did use the double-sided matte paper for these pieces. And this piece I actually also put on a bit of cardstock to make it nice and sturdy, but I don't want to put too much in here because, as you know, with these they fill up. I made a little dangly tag here with one of the little tags and one of the butterflies, and I put a little bit of the liquid, not liquid pearl, Stickles is what I have, and this one was Stardust, and I just put one little dot there. So I'll be using that throughout, and probably also some of this cranberry. I'm not sure, it's not really a good color, but it kind of goes. So I'll be using those throughout. And let me show you what else I've used. I have used a couple of different inks on this. I have used this Tattered Rose. I find, I don't know why, if I got a bad one or if it's just the way it is, it's not, I don't like the way, I love the color. The color's beautiful, but I don't like the way it comes out on paper. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of powdery or something, not sure. And I have also used Age Mahogany and these two together in a lot of places. I have also used the Forest Moss on the edge with Frayed Burlap, which is another, a lighter kind of mossy green. And I've also used Old Paper, which I really like. So the edges kind of here are this Old Paper. So I've used those 5, and I've also used some Vintage Photo in this, okay? So those are there. So this, I used one of the score lines. No, I didn't, I'm sorry. I made my own score line here because this part is going to have a little journal in here. This is a little flip out that I have put in here. I haven't done anything else to it except add it in with a little bit of some just cotton tea-dyed muslin. And I'll be working some more here. This, you can see on this page, I have inked this a lot more, and actually this was one of the ones that I sprayed some coffee dyeing on. This I did not spray anything on, and I love the contrast between the two ways of dealing with the paper and still having, you know, they still go so nicely together. Here's another piece of my flap, okay? And then this, I haven't put any paper in here yet. Now I'm going to show you the inside. So I used that whole butterfly sheet to put in here, and I cut off parts of the edges just to be able to fit this in and left space all the way around. And I just printed this as it was. I did not try to do borderless or make it bigger. So it's a little shorter than here, but I don't mind that because these are going to have some lacy bits and things going on. So that's the middle. And then you can open it back this way, and there are 2 more pages here, and we'll fold it up this way. And so I have this much done, and I have 1 of these pieces backed, and then I have these more to go. This is what I'm talking about with that pink. It's kind of an interesting little color. And I just took my my inker. I have the pads, and I use old thread spools to put my pads on, and I just inked around and mixed colors and did whatever to come up with whatever I liked. Okay, now the other piece that I'm making to go in here, this is going to be just a little flip that's going to actually go in right here, I think. When I get my journal in, we'll have to see if there's room. That's going to just sit on the top like this, and it is going to have a notebook in here. So I have covered the front and the top inside. It's going to have pages in here, and this of course will also be covered. It might have a pocket or 2 pockets in here, and then also the back needs to be done. Okay, so that's what I've been working on with this, and we're going to do a little more work. Now I wanted to show you the piece that's going in here, and it folds up like this. This is going on the front right here, and I thought, can you see? Yes, that looked lovely just on the front here. And so I will, this will be glued on, and it will be left as a pocket also, but I don't want to put it on yet because it's very bulky for me to try to work in here with that. Okay, so I've cut out all my little pieces, and everything is in this little container. And just to show you some of the difference how these came out when I when I did 2 on a page. Let's see. So here's one of the tags. This is the original, and this is what it looks like when it is done 2 to a page. As well as, let's see if I can find another piece to just show you. There are these lovely rounded pieces. There are some, that's the little tag, and let me see if I can find, I've used a couple of those pieces. These are the smaller ones again. So here is, this is the original, and this is when I did 2 to a page. So you see it gets quite a bit smaller. And for this project, this size is okay in some places, but I'm going to want to use that in some places also. Let's see what else. So I also did, I need to make myself a template for one of these. So this is like, I don't have a die cut machine. So I made myself one of these slotted pieces that you can put little tags in. And I believe that this is going to be going, I think, on this page. I really hate to cover this baby up, but it's going to happen sooner or later. It's going to have to happen. So I believe she is going to go there. And then what else? What else did I make? I also have been watching some of the folks, let's see, that Gail Agostinelli has recommended watching for pockets and things. And so I've made a couple pockets like this. And I did just make these out of regular copy paper. And they are going to get glued in, not on this, but somehow in here. And then they have a pocket here and a pocket here. And if you wanted a pocket here or a tuck spot here you could do. Because this is not a very big space, I think I'll be just gluing this down to the page, and we'll have, you know, a pocket here and a pocket here. These things I have really not figured out yet what I'm going to do with them. So, you know. So this one is copy paper. It's a little flimsy here. I might put a little washi tape along here, or a piece of ribbon or something to help strengthen that for the in and outs of things. This one I did this one a little differently, so that I could, it's got, these are full pieces, if you know what I mean. These I did so I didn't use as much paper. I don't know if you can see, but down in here, they only, this piece only goes down just below here. And on this one, it goes down all the way to the bottom, which does make it a firmer piece. But I was having a hard time actually wanting to use up the paper, although, you know, you can print it a million times, but anyway. All right, so we're going to continue working here. This is where I have gotten so far. I've kind of been flip-flopping around a little bit because I'm trying to decide what things, what elements I want to use, what I want to put in here. And if you have seen G's last two Friday freebies, you will know that those would go lovely with this. So I will be using some of those items in here also. So I think what we're going to do is move this to the side a little bit, put it all in my little box to try to keep everything together. Thank you, Gail Augustinelli, for teaching me to try to get my act together. And now on these, I think what I'm going to do is pull out my Stickles, because that takes a while to dry. So if we get some of those elements on there, that would be really nice. So those can be drying. And I'm just looking at my washi tape, wondering what I want to put across there. And I have some of this lovely. That would be pretty. What else do I have in my drawer here? There are some little pink teacups that might be really cute on here. I don't have a lot of washi that would go. I think I've got this one, which is pretty, but I don't know if I want to use that one. I'm just pulling out some things that are, it's a possibility. It is. And I do have this that's just, I was thinking, where was this from? I'm trying to read inside, but I can't really read it. But a piece of this might be okay. You know, I just want it as a lifter part. That would be okay on there too. And I do have this one. I keep saying I don't have much, but actually I did buy some better ones. And I also have this one that could be, something could be taken off it to put in there. And I have this one that has different things on it also, which I think might be. Let's move these guys up here. Oh, go back. You're not going to be used in this. All right, so now that I've done all this yapping, how's everyone? I hope you're all well. Things are going well for you and your families are safe. And, you know, the COVID vaccines are coming out here in the United States. I'm assuming that probably they are coming out in other parts of the world as well. I haven't really done my research on that. I know for age groups 75 and up, people are beginning to be able to make appointments to get them. I have to go online early tomorrow morning to get my mom signed up for her first dose. I'm going to stick that behind, and then we just have this little definition right here of dream, and I think that will be a nice place to, you know, grab this pocket to pull it up to stick something in. It makes it a little sturdy. And then let's see what else we might want to do. What have I got here? Let's see. I might just do another piece of this. I liked this one. It has a total eclipse of the heart is on here, dream, and some other things. I am not going to use this piece because that is a more yellow piece. I'm going to stick that down, and hopefully I'll be able to use it later on. Let's see what we'll do here. All right, so I'm going to cut this right along there, and then I'm also going to cut it right along here because I think I'm going to put this here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. A little crooked, but I really don't mind that. I think that makes things very organic and original. And then this is going to go right here to fold over to help strengthen that. Yeah. And I think that's fine. The other thing I could do is I have very tiny little butterflies in here from when I did the double page, which I don't know that I've really cut them all out. That's one, but I also backed it, so you get that, which I think is cute, maybe to go there. I'm just finding, I know I have little tiny ones in here. There's a little tiny one. Ooh, don't break, I bent you right over. See, that's a little tiny one that could go there. And I'm just going to ink these real careful with a little bit of this. I think that broke that. That's okay. I can, when I glue it down, I'll just glue it back together, right? They're so little. Now I totally lost. There it is. And now here's the other side. I think I cut that a little harshly. All right, we're going to take a little glue stick for this, I think. And I could have put glue on the back of here for these, but this is fairly sticky. Sorry, not sorry, silk. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. The washi tape. All right, let's put, where are we gonna put him? I think we might put him down here. And then we'll get this together, and then we'll put some stickles on here. I think I need some pinker stickles maybe would have been good, but that's okay. I'm going to use what I have for this one. Use what I have. Then let's grab that again. All right, it's a little easier to do the bigger butterflies here. Oh, there's Emma saying hello. For those of you who are new, thank you so much for subscribing. I have had almost 30 new subscribers since G and Andy put out their design team, and I'm so thankful for that, and for all of you who have subscribed, new subscribers. I'm just going to bend these around a little bit just because. And I'm also going to grab a little piece of some kind of something to stick under there. And I do have some cheesecloth right here. I also have some sari silk, I think, cheesecloth. I think my neighbors were borrowing my driveway for one of their vehicles because I think they had some friends over today, which is so nice. I'm glad they were able to do some celebrating and things. And so they had asked if they could park one of their vehicles in my driveway. And of course you can. You know, they have a small driveway, and my driveway happens to be a little longer, so it makes it better. Okay, now we're going to just pull this apart a little bit, and then we're going to put this here. Let's see how it might look. This might have looked better down here, but yeah, you know what? I'm going to take this little guy off. Ooh, that's not going to be good, is it? You know what? He's just going to get covered up underneath. He'll peek through a little bit. I'll put one up on the other side. That's okay. Let's put some glue in here. You know, when you're doing these junk journal type things, you can always fix something that you don't like, or you know, do something different that instead of using, and it's instead of keeping that there, it'll show through a little bit on my here. I'll just let it be behind there a little bit, so it is going to show through. I need to put a little more glue down here. There, like that. And then you have that right there, looking like that. And I was going to put Stickles on, but hang on, I'm going to look for another little butterfly to put up in the top. They're so little, it's hard to find them. Here's a little one. Yeah, he's smaller than that one, but not as small as that first one. And then we're gonna just give him a little bit of color. You would not have to put any inking on if you didn't want to, but I tend to like the inking. Now, where do we want him? Maybe right up there. I think that looks pretty. All right, we're gonna just use our glue stick for this, and I just have Amazon glue sticks that seem to work okay. Total Eclipse of the Heart, one of my favorite songs from Fleetwood Mac, right? Fleetwood Mac? Maybe not. But anyway, it's lovely. Okay, now we're going to just put a little stickle business going on. And shake these guys up. I'm going to put a little bit right on that little butterfly. Pam at the Paper Outpost. Check her out too if you haven't. She does a lot of, she uses the, not Stickles, but the other things that make the same kind of thing. And as I struggled with these a little bit, she kind of showed how to do. You know, I go down, up, down, up, down, up. You probably can't see this because I'm right in your way, I'm sure. But I'm just gonna stick, oh, see, then you get a glob. That's all right, I don't know. As I said, I don't really mind. Because you're making handmade items. Handmade items are not always perfect. That's why I'm liking that whole slow stitch thing, because the stitches are all different. And as you can see, I went zip, started out well, but then got a little carried away. I think that's all we'll do on that one for right now. I might go back and add some of the cranberry. Actually, I really want to see what this looks like. Let me grab a little piece of something that I've cut off. I want to see how the color looks with the pink on here. It may be too red, I'm not sure. But here's a little bit of the pink. So I'll just make a little, you know? I don't mind that. I think it's pink enough that it's gonna be pretty. So we're gonna stick this out of the way to dry. I probably won't use it for anything, but you never know. You just never know. All right, where do we want to put a little Stickles of this cranberry? Yeah, this is cranberry. I kind of got these two colors when I was doing Christmas kinds of things and wanted a couple of Christmassy colors. That just kind of offsets that very deep pink that's in with the butterfly there. It's the same kind of coloring. Okay, we're gonna put this one away to dry, put it right up here on top of my sewing machine. We're not gonna sew right now, although I am gonna do a fair amount of sewing in this little project. Let me get some of my covers back together. And let's see, we I need to cover a couple other pages. Let's go to the back here and see, because one of these may, I had been debating if I wanted to just do one like on one of these plain pieces, and I'd also debated putting this on here without so much, maybe something up here. And I did make a little piece that I had thought about using. Well, wherefore art thou, little piece? See, there's some nice little card size that'll go in here, like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I made a little piece, but I can't find it right now, and that's okay. Excuse me for 1 second. All right. The other thing I'm thinking is maybe we'll use some more of this beautiful piece that I was going to use on the front. I'm wondering how bulky. This side is really pretty bulky, but maybe this little piece with the butterfly, isn't she pretty? Let's see how, I always have a hard time knowing how I'm folding this. So if we fold this back up, it would be here. We'll put her upside down. And that does make it a little bit bulky. I'm going to pull it up because I want it to stick out. But the journal's going to be in there too. Maybe. This, of course, is very bulky. I think we're going to save that for another project, probably. Except if it sticks out, that is rather nice. Don't know. But I do think we will, instead of putting this over on this side of the butterfly, I think I am going to put it in here. And what I want to do is I want to color this up a bit more around here. And whoop, oh no, that's the right one. See, I'm not getting a whole lot of color on here, and it may be dry, although I have not used it that much. Let's put a little water in there. Where's my little water squirter thing? Here we go, right here. Let's just put a little bit of water on there and see if I can get a little more color. Yep, did. It's a very, well, I like the color itself, but it's just, I don't know. All right, and then the other thing I'm going to do to this is grab out a stamp. See if I can just get this a little more colored around here. I'm going to get the edges especially a little more, and then leave the inside a little lighter. But here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get out one of my stamps. Let's see. Where are the stamps? I recently, you know how you do, you kind of clean things up and organize things. Well, yeah, and then you can't find anything, right? Yes, that's what happens. That is what happens to me. So let's see. I'm thinking about, I have this one. These are from Crafty Individuals. And this is just some nice writing. But I do have, I also have this one that I really like too, which is this, that I think I might try using on there. They're all falling apart. If anybody has a good way to organize these and keep them, I find these little packages rip easily, or I'm just really rough with them, I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to stick this back in here, where it goes. And then we'll do a little stamping, see what happens. I think we're going to just use that pink right along with it. So let me grab, I'll just grab this. Yes, this is some of my Littles artwork. You know, they're very creative and like to do that. So let's see what's gonna come off. I did wash these off recently, but okay, that looks like it's getting some of this nice pink on here. Okay, let's see what this looks like, because it is going on copy paper. Well, that's actually going on file folder, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's all right. Okay, so that's, I did that upside down, but that's all right. That is getting some of the black ink or brown ink I used mixed in, but I don't mind that. Get this off a little bit more. Now, what I want to do really is not have that border. So I'm wondering if I can just, if I just do something like this, I will just get pieces of it. Okay, let's give that a try. And hopefully this will look wonderful and we won't ruin our whole page here. But you know what? If that does happen, what can we do? We can leave it because we know we are just happy crafters and don't really care. The other thing we could do is always take a piece of the paper and put on there. So I really just want to do something like that and that. Okay. Well, that's looking pretty. Where's my thing here that I was thinking of putting? Yeah, this one. Okay, see, I hope that shows up for you. You can see that background a little bit. We're going to do some more of that dragonfly. Okay, it is a beautiful sunny day here in southern Vermont. However, it is very, very cold. I don't think it's supposed to get above 20 today. And that is not my idea of a good time, folks. Nope, nope, nope. I'm letting that go over a little bit because I really don't mind if that's on the other page. Okay, what else? A little bit in this corner. Maybe that little stampy stamp right there. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I kind of like that. Let's get something, a little bit of something just down the edge there. And I'm gonna just do this and put this down the edge right here. Let's see how we look now. All right, I kind of like that. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? I think I like that. All right, let's get you out. We'll put you over here to wash off a little later. And I'm thinking I might want to do some stickles on here. So we won't be able to glue this in because it takes so long for the stickles. I'm going to try to do a nice row across the top here, but I'm just seeing right now how crooked that is. It is a little, but we're gonna stuff it with some goodies, so I don't think it matters. All right, we're gonna try to do even spacing and even from the top. So these stickles are a little glittery, kind of like that. All right, you're getting a little fat, Jackie. Calm it down a little. And just come on. Oh, there we go. As Pam says, down, up. Down, up. Oh, they're getting bigger as I go across. Down, up. Down, up, and one more. Down, up. Okay. I would have rather they stay little like this, but I'm going to try to add a little bit to those. I think the glitter is getting bodgy in here. Maybe that's why it's there. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone right now. And we're gonna put that over here with the other one to dry. Those will not be ready to put in for a while. And I am going to sew around the edges here. So those will be pretty. I'm gonna check my time. We are at a 40-minute spot, so I think I'm gonna stop here, and then I probably will decide what color I want to use to sew around this with and do some sewing. And then when I come back, our stickles will be dried and we'll be ready to do some more work. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe and stay healthy. Keep your family safe. I know it's not always easy. We can't be out and about much here in Vermont, in the good old USA, but doing our best. Thank you so much for watching again, and check G out. Yeah, check her out. Check out Margaret, Margaret Miller, and Anne Brooke, Textile Artist, as I mentioned in my last video, because they're all good. And Pam at the Paper Outpost too. Hi, Pam. Okay, guys, I will see you again soon. Bye.